Not every place on the map deserves to be remembered. Some are forgotten for a reason. It began with a letter. Old yellowed paper, no return address, only 4 words written in smudged ink. Come home. We need you. The letter was addressed to Meera, a 28-year-old woman living in the city. She hadn't returned to her birthplace, Kuthar, a secluded village in the Northern Highlands, for over 20 years. She didn't want to. Not after what happened when she was a child. Not after her twin sister, Meera, vanished in the woods. Without a trace. But something about the letter felt alive. Like it was written by someone. Watching her, Meera arrived in the village on a fog-drenched evening. It hadn't changed. Still buried in mist. Still silent. Still smelling like wet earth and something else. Something metallic. There were no children playing. No dogs barking. No movement behind windows. Just whispers. Too low to understand. Yet too close to ignore. She went to her old house, her family's abandoned mansion, wooden, rotting, leaning as if it was tired of standing. Inside everything was untouched. Photos still hung on the walls. Chairs still placed around the dusty dining table, and on the staircase banister hung her twin's red ribbon, the one she wore the day she disappeared. At night, Meera heard footsteps upstairs, but every time she checked, nothing. She started seeing things in the mirrors, not her reflection, but Meera's. Whispers turned into voices, voices turned into screams, and then the dreams began. Blood-soaked hands dragging her into the forest. Faces with no eyes. Children whispering riddles backwards. A woman with a stitched mouth laughing in the corner of the ceiling. When Meera woke, she found dirt under her nails and leaves in her bed. She met an old man at the village temple. His back was hunched. His eyes were milky. He whispered, without opening his mouth, "You were never supposed to come back. Your blood calls to this land. Your sister never left. She just changed." When Meera demanded answers, the old man handed her a broken locket, with a drawing of 2 girls and a third face scratched out. He told her to dig behind the house, and she did. What she found was a buried mirror, wrapped in cloth, tied with human hair, cracked, but still showing her face. And behind her, a shadow that did not belong to her. The villagers didn't speak to Meera, but one by one, they began gathering outside her house every night, standing still, eyes closed, lips moving in silent prayer. Inside, the walls started bleeding. The paintings changed, faces screaming silently. She found names carved under the floorboards, all of them children, all of them twins. Kuthar had a history of twin sacrifices. One sibling was given to the forest to protect the village from the Hollow Mother, a dark entity said to live between the trees. But 20 years ago, Meera ran away. So the ritual was broken, and now the village wanted balance. One night, Meera heard singing. Her childhood lullaby. She followed the sound into the woods, barefoot in a trance. The forest opened like it remembered her, and there, in the middle, stood Meera. She hadn't aged a day. Her eyes were hollow, her lips torn, her voice sweet but unnatural. "You left me here, sister, but I never left you. Now we can be together again." Meera screamed, but her voice didn't echo. Suddenly hands rose from the soil, child-sized, bone-thin, pulling her down into the ground, into the roots, into Kuthar's curse. Weeks later, a young traveler passed by the village. He found a house with the door wide open. Inside, everything looked untouched, except for one thing on the table, a letter. Old yellowed paper. No return address. Only 4 words. Come home. We need you. Coulthard doesn't forget. Coulthard doesn't forgive. And if it calls your name, you're already part of it.